Hello, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood Shockey off of Shockeycast video. Today, I'm going to be talking about what's going on in the world. You know, I don't even know how to explain it, but our political system is very, very fucked up. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but it's in truth honesty. And I put on my topic today, what ifs. Because in today's society, we don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen the next day or anything like that. So I thought all about little funny puns that can be possible, little jokes here and there that relate based off of political people. For instance, one of my coworkers was, we were doing a thing for my job where we had to make a tag, like a paper tag to put on these metal skids to have our change. Well, he asked me, did I put a smiley face on the side of the paper? And I said, no, I didn't think about it. And then he looked at me and he goes, you're fired. Well, I was like, well, you're fired. And then I said this. I said, we're going to have a great plan. Today's society is going to be great. We're going to make America smiley faces again. Smiley faces everywhere. And everywhere. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. You know why? Because I know this. I know this because I did it myself. I know that. You know, when you're writing something down, you're writing your paper down, you got to put a smiley face. You got to put a smiley face on there. Make America smiley faces again. I don't know. Make America smile again. That's what I think. And on the other end, you got the guy who doesn't really know his name very well, and I'm not trashing him, but you know him. Old Sleepy Joe. Yeah, old Joe don't even know what is going on outside of his own door. He's like, you know what? It's not going so well. It's not going so well. He didn't even know what to say on these. Hold. Huh? Well, and he didn't know what was going on. He put his own speech, the State of the Union Address, that is written by the President of the United States of America, to address to all the senators in the United States of America. You know, every year he does a speech that tells us what's going on with America and how we're going to fix America and what's going on our end, on the American side, on the government side. What are we going to do for you? And so he didn't do that. He didn't do none of that. None of that whatsoever. You know what he did? He said flat out, we're going to build a wall and it's going to be great. And, you know, and we're going to be doing, we're going to do insurance. It's going to be great. It's you know, and it's going to fix everything. And also we're going to get all the illegal immigrants out of and also we're gonna deal with a lot of crazy things in Ukraine. You know that. You know. It's like when you're looking at your. It's like when you're looking at your thing and your cabinet, and all you see is chicken noodle soup, and you put it in with your noodles, make it like a spaghetti sauce. You know. Come on, man. Yeah. But he put the whole speech like he just took it from the president himself, like Donald Trump himself. Even one guy even stated it on another podcast that I watched, where he said, you are taking Donald Trump's speech, his platform. So anyway, my fiance's mother sent me a message on Facebook that stated that the Senate had passed a bill in general that said, let me find it real quick, that literally said Senate passes bill making daylight savings time permanent. Pretty much, this is what's going on in America, folks. The Senate is deciding on something, on a law that doesn't even make sense to the American people. We don't really need this. Why are we even doing this? This is nothing relatable to what is the problems going on in American culture at all. Literally, didn't even make any sense. I felt like Donald Trump should have just walked in and been like, "You should be fired." But I don't understand what this is all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually read, and I'm going to read because I'm I try to be an educated person. But in the White House, Senate works on passing a bill. You know, they don't really actually pass it. You know how politics states something differently than what we actually know. So it says Senate passes bill. It's not really recorded. We don't really know about the actual events. So if the House passes the bill, why didn't the Senate? You know what I mean? The House is supposed to pass the bill, and the Senate is supposed to pass the bill. Well, the Senate passes the bill, but we don't hear nothing about the House. Awkward, huh? But yeah, it's supposed to be daylight savings time permanent. So, to me, that sounds like something to fill in for wasted space. That's like saying, instead of going to a restaurant, how about we sit at a McDonald's and pretend it's a restaurant? It just doesn't feel right. But, yeah, it's just a bunch of dumbasses up here, trying to make sure the sun stays up all the time. It's crazy. We're going to forward it up an hour. And then next month, we're going to forward it up another hour. And next month after that, we're going to forward it up another hour. Next thing you know, I'm just going to be calling people from Australia, telling them, hey, we got the same time. We can watch the same show together at the exact same moment in time because we're on the same page. I wish somebody would just come into the White House and go, what the hell is wrong with you? Get on the same page as us, because literally you're at the cover staring at the front cover like this. And we're on like halfway through the page already. So you need to be on the same page, or you just need to throw the book out the door. So this is what I said. As an American, I have the right to keep my mouth shut. Because it's not a liability. It's not a liable bill. Why are we even working on passing a bill that doesn't even go with the agenda? Did you ever hear Joe Biden ever say, what we're going to do is we're going to fix the Senate? Not even the Senate. We're going to fix the sunlight. We're going to make sure the sunlight comes on all the time. You know why? Because old Corn Pop always told me that sunlight is the most important meal of the day. That's probably what he said. I don't know. I never listened to his crap. But it's a moment where I just go, you know what? Europe doesn't sound bad after all. But that's me. I don't know. I know one thing I was talking about it the other day, but I found out the actual names. It was Tucker Carlson and Tulsi Gabbard that got arrested for propaganda, for Russian propaganda, and The View did not approve of it. The show of four women that talk about things that are relating to our pop culture, toward politics, maybe toward Cooking with Martha Stewart. I don't really know, because I never got a chance to watch it. I work. I make a living. I try to make a living. And literally, they felt offended. They even said, oh, I feel so offended because these two individual political leaders said something that related toward something about Russia. So the cops, the federal feds, whatever they are, I don't know, FBI, they went in and just ramsacked them hard, and literally took them and arrested them and all this. And it's like, imagine being in their shoes and answering the door, and it's like, we're the FBI. We're here to confiscate whatever. Confiscate your cell phone, your watch, whatever, and we're going to take it all in for the FBI plus you. We're going to take you. We're going to F you by taking you in and putting it all over public internet and everything for everybody to see. Well, who did it? Well, we're not really going to bring it up because it's very confidential, but somebody felt offended by what you stated on Fox News. And then Tulsi Gabbard comes on and says, I never said anything about that. And they said, bullshit. Because that's the government for you. The government don't care. They don't care nothing about how you feel. You know why? Because they're passing laws that don't even make sense. Why? To fill in the time that they have. And that's what's going to happen. Midterms coming right around the corner. And I already can see it right now. A big red wave that's going to come in and just swoosh, zoop, 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 and just literally disappear. Everybody who's in there who are not doing something right for this country, that's what they're going to do. They're going to go in and just say, this is what we're going to do. And we're actually going to do this. We are literally actually going to do this. Hopefully that happens. Or if it happens to be like 2020, we're going to be in a world of chaos, folks. Russia is laughing at us. They're laughing at us. And China is laughing at us. And literally, we are doing nothing about it. You know what we're doing? We're staring at a screen like I'm doing right now. But I actually worked. And I got paid for it, and I feel proud about myself for it. And I decided I was going to do another video because I felt that would be great to do, find something to talk about. Like, for instance, Ukraine is in probably a worse situation than us. They are probably in a world of shit. Literally. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, we need to be taking some advice from this country. We need to be taking some advice from Ukraine in general by standing our guards and not letting people come in and tell us how we're going to live our lives. Instead, we need to stand up for ourselves. More people need to stand up for themselves and stand up with their head held high and say, I'm an American, and this is how I'm going to live my life. And if you don't like it, then get out. Russia, their soldiers are literally can eat us alive. They can come in right now at any point, and they don't care. They have no heart. They don't care one bit. Ukraine's doing something that we will be, if somebody invaded our country right now, we would be in a total chaos right now. This will be a total world of chaos. We would not know what to do with ourselves. We would literally be in a state of panic, hiding in the bushes, while these Russian tanks come in and literally just take out the most important buildings we possibly can find. Your cat. She's in a crack right here, probably. But, yeah, we need to step our game up on literally every single thing. Because if we don't step our game up, we're going to get eaten alive. We are going to be eaten alive by a bunch of Russian communists. What if Russia came in today secretly? Watch. You want me to talk about it? I'm going to talk about it. What ifs, right? So what if? What if everybody just decided to give up on everything? But what if another country came in and just destroyed everything? What if we had no plan for what's going to happen for tomorrow? We need to think about what we have planned in advance. We need to be thinking about what we're planning on doing tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, And I try to be entertaining, and I just don't know how to be entertaining. But, I try my best to throw something at the wall and see, hopefully something sticks. And I'm staring at the camera, and the camera's staring at me, and nothing comes out. I wish I had some advice. I wish I had some topics that would seem interesting. I wish I had somebody to talk to on the screen with me, like an interview process. But this is what I'm starting off with, folks. And, and all the senators are doing right now is passing a bill for daylight savings time. That's stupid. It's literally stupid. As an American, you look at it and you see it as, what are they doing in the White House? What are they doing in their offices? Who do we elect to even do this? Why did we elect to? Why do we? Who do we? It's. What if we would have elected the opposite person? Would we be in the situations that we're in right now? I don't think we would be. If we had Donald Trump, I honestly think that we wouldn't be. And that's not me stating it as a Republican personnel. I'm stating it as, look at both guys and see who you think. Donald Trump actually fixed the economy. Donald Trump actually fixed a lot of things, and we were never in a war conflict with Russia, China, any of those countries, and we're actually bringing our jobs back. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, share. I've also had a long day at work, so I sound like I'm drowsy, I'm tired, but I'm just trying to figure out something that I can discuss with you all or talk about with you all that probably can make you laugh in some way. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hopefully I can throw something out there and see what's going on, because I have no idea. Literally have no idea. I wish there was a discussion that right now, if I was a writer, I probably would be in a blank state right now. Very blank state. I would honestly be, if this was a decision that could change American history, I probably would have fucked up the whole book. The whole book. I literally would have messed it up. I would have been like, it would have been like, Mr. Shockey, what do you have to say about this? And I'd been like, we could add a few lines that don't make sense to history and see if people can spot them out. Like, for instance, George Washington went across the Delaware on a bunch of canoes. Not big boats, but canoes. And while they were across, half of the people that were on the boat literally were ice skating across the river. And the other half were literally shooting guns in the air. That would be like my statement. And people would be like, that's not true. That's not. Like what you see, follow, subscribe. I don't know how to. I've been working on. I haven't. I wish that you all could help me with topics of discussion. I'm learning how to redevelop myself and learning how to stand forth on a camera, say what I got to say, and hopefully I do not drool on my face. But it's all new to me, and I used to make videos easily, and if I had to go back, I made them and redone them again until I was blue in the face. Now I'm wanting to live stream. I'm wanting to pull out topics, and people can come on here and actually chat, but it's really tough when there's nobody on here chatting. But Yeah. Oh. Mm. History. A boring subject, but could be interesting. It could also really broaden your thought process. But I was watching I was listening to a podcast earlier, um, and the production lady that shows every once in a while talking and stuff. She had a good thought, a good theory. I wanted to bring it up, and she said the people who wrote the history books, were they actually telling the truth about what was really going on in history, or were they actually just writing random things that could actually, that probably they thought took place? And I really had a thought about that. I really thought about, some of the things that we don't put in history books, and some of the things that whenever I was growing up wasn't really in history books. I ask my nephew all the time, did you ever know about this or know about that? And sometimes he'll say yeah, and sometimes he won't. Sometimes he blows my mind when it comes to history. He'll tell me about military history I never even thought of. Stuff about the Nazis and the Germans and the Jews and the Gentiles and Jesus' cousin. I don't know. But literally, he talks about literally everything. And one day he said to me, "Are you listening to me, Uncle Knuckles?" And I was like, "What?" Well, apparently my brother came up with the knuckle idea, and I was like, it's kind of weird. So I was listening to him, and I don't, half the time as adults, you really don't seem to care when you listen to kids. You hear them randomly talk about stories about a Cabbage Patch walking across the street, and then he saw, a Garbage Patch Kid, and the Garbage Patch Kid hit the Cabbage Patch Kid in the face, but the Cabbage Patch Kid didn't, and later on you just watch to see if they draw their R's, and it's pretty interesting. My nephew was like 4 or 5, 3 or 4, I don't know how old he was, but literally he looked at me and he said, "Uncle Keith, I love my cars." Like, what? I love my cars. I love playing with my cars and walking, and playing with, and shooting guns and walking across the street. And I was like, that's kind of awkward, I didn't say that, but you think about that. And then you think, what if he was talking and every information that he discussed about to you, constantly talking to you, saying, what if all of a sudden we had 1,400 tanks and we drew them across the street, and next thing you know, his head just gets bigger, 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 bigger. Next thing you know, just and I'll wake up. And he said, "You were asleep for a long time." I don't know, that's how he actually talks. But anyway, I see that. I'm very aware of the screen, which are weird pattern background on the back. But anyway, my nephew probably watching this, he's like, this guy is a total idiot right now. But he's smart kid. I give him that. Not even going to be a kid anymore, about to be a teenager coming up, and very, very smart. Smarter than me, I'll tell you that. He probably makes better grades than I made when I was a kid growing up. But I don't know how podcasters can do it. I think they find people to talk to, I guess, and they find people who can kind of be like what I call color commentators. And I watched that. And I watched the sports show, sports games, and you always have that one commentator on the side that says, "Man, he jumped so high that he jumped so high that a bird came in and picked him up off the ground and flipped him around and landed him on the touchdown line." And you're like, there was no bird out there. Sometimes they'll say he's running so fast that a cheetah couldn't catch him. And one guy would go, whoa, he caught that ball so good that it's like he had glue on his fingers. You might have to check his gloves. Color commentators are very unique. I give them that. I was watching poker, and I like to watch poker a lot. I play poker, and I love learning from poker players. And sometimes you'll have that color commentator that comes on there, and he literally will go, the river was so dark, I couldn't even see my fingers through it. Something like that. Or, man, he caught that river so good, it was like catching a bass fish on a Monday morning. Really, and sometimes I wonder if they have everything scripted, because I don't have anything scripted. I honestly don't make sense half the time. I think that's the funny part about me. And I don't know how podcasters can do it standing around a camera or standing in front of a mic, because it to me, it's really tough. It's tough to overdeal with anxiety or, thinking, what am I going to say next? And then you draw a blank and then you're in a pause. And next thing you know, 15 minutes has already passed and you're like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen next? I don't even know what to talk about. And then all of a sudden you think, and then you stare at the screen, and you think, and you stare at the screen, and then you go, well, if I tell them about my brain, I might get made fun of like I did in the past. And it's really weird because I'm considered known as an idiot, but then you accept it once in a while and you're like, you know what? It's all right. But then someone comes in and says you're smart, and then you're like, and you sound educated, and next thing you know, you sound very articulate, and next thing you know, you're using big words like pneumono-ultrascopic kinda or some crap that doesn't even make any sense. And you start thinking, well, I am smart. I think it's just organizing things. Do y'all have a problem with that? Because I really have a problem with organizing things. I could be given a set list of what to talk about and literally trash it by 5 minutes. If you got that idea, or you feel like when you're making a speech about something, you feel like I'm going to trash this in the next 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes, you're probably in the same group as me. And that's true, because I told, we sit down and we talk about what I'm going to talk about in the segments, and I talk about what ifs, and then it's like, don't talk too dark, because if you talk too dark, then it sounds depressing, and then it's like, sometimes people want to hear this, and yeah. And then I get on there, and the topics that I do plan on talking about, it's like literally just flies out the window. And it's no longer even an episode or even a cast anymore. It's more like a vlog. It's more like a vlog of what happened in my day. Literally. Backing up a little bit because I have to stand up for a minute. And then you got to figure out, what am I going to tell people if anybody comes on and watches, or if anybody even listens, or if anybody comes on the chat, what am I going to talk about? Literally. What am I going to discuss? So I'll make up a title and I put it on there, and it seems like something interesting that might be discussed. But in reality, it's never discussed. What ifs? What if the world did not revolve like it is today? What if the world actually had peace? What if the world had friendly people that can make you laugh on a daily basis? What if we accepted everybody for who they were and not what they were? Curious, huh? What if all of a sudden we said to each other, you know what? Just because you talk that way doesn't make you any different from me. We're all alike. We are alike. This is what we do, and this is how we do it. Man, the world would be great. Man, the world would be an amazing place if we could just accept people, whether we like them or not, and just go, you know what? He was probably, or she was probably that way. I wish I had jokes And when I do have jokes, they empty out the window. And it's really tough to make my audience laugh when I don't know who's laughing and who's not laughing. And when I randomly jabber on, people laugh about that. My goal is that a goal or a glue? You can tell me. It's not gonna bother me. Gosh. What gave you the idea of a podcast? Oh, here's some questions besides funny jokes, because I don't have funny jokes. Here, let me see, because she's laughing right now. I'm trying to get it. Talk about your favorite comedian. Yeah, he is my favorite comedian, but I am nowhere near his level of jokes. He can make jokes out of nothing. Literally, he can say, I am creating a shit sandwich, and the shit sandwich actually appear, and it tastes like chocolate cake. That's pretty much how he does, and that's how he sounds. Bert Kreischer is one of my top comedians, and he knows how to flip the script very quick. And I wish I could just pick his brain. I really do, because I would love to be a comedian. I would love to make people laugh and show my physical humor. I would love to act, and I would love to make people inspired, or you're great. Just work on it more, because I honestly suck. And I'm going to tell you now, I suck horribly. I suck so badly that whores look at me and say, you might need some lessons, because I'm horrible. I suck. And if I don't accept that once in a while, then I'm going to think that I'm a good person and good and talented person. And then next thing you know, I get downfalled and I get beat up and I beat myself up. So just having one person come on here is an amazing success. So whoever is watching right now, give yourself an applause, because you are an amazing person. You are an amazing person. You're probably laughing right now, or you're probably laughing at my teeth. My teeth are all messed up. I know. I need to get them fixed, work on them. Dental insurance is very high nowadays, and gas is high to get to the dentist to get it fixed. And sometimes people have too much addictions, but I'd never done meth. So I know that's what you're thinking. I have never done that. I don't think I would. I'd be kind of crazy. I'd go nuts. I'd be the kind of person on the street just, hey, can you help me out, please? Yeah, I'd be kind of weird. I've actually had some people walk up to me and say, hey, man, hey. Oh, I'm getting my cue. It's a short video tonight because it's the one time that I come in a little decent. No, not really decently, but I get a little later time to sleep. And my lovely fiance is off tonight, so she wanted me to make a video. She thinks I'm talented. I think it's just getting it out. I think it's just getting it and just blowing it out. And the only way I can get out there is for you to subscribe, because I'm going to try to keep on making more. And I'm going to try to keep on making more until at least around maybe in July too. I don't know. We also been planning the wedding, and also planning vacation and stuff like that. Maybe do some Shockeycast videos from my phone out and about. Maybe we can do that too. It'd be cool. We can do that and actually do some video exploration. Go to New Orleans and show off some places over there. Shreveport maybe. I don't. It's something to bring up. I noticed that there was no top chats. If you want to top chat when I'm live, I do post it on Shockey in the Afternoon Facebook page. I don't I noticed that people don't go on there and talk trash, but if you do talk trash, you're going to get talk trash back, because you're not on the camera. You're not talking. You're not literally expressing yourself and how you feel and what you do and how you do it. I don't go on your podcast and talk about you. I know people don't do that, but I'm saying if people did do that, I would appreciate, you can, be more respectful on some things. I had some buddies of mine to come on here, and they were joking around about me falling asleep in the library. Asking about the picture. Do you fall asleep on the job? That's just a common little joking around. I accept it, and I messed up when I was in the military. We all make mistakes. And I think one of the things that YouTube, I think, just never had to the page was somebody who talked normally vlogging. You know what I mean? This is mainly what it is. It's a vlog. It's a vlog talking about random crap that doesn't make sense. That I will sit here and I'll make a topic like, what if I had 3 eyes, or what if I had more teeth, or what if I had more muscle? I don't have muscle. I'm small. But anyway, some of a dealer whenever they change the cards around. They go, yeah. It is 10:25 p.m. Central Time Zone. If you're on the other side of the country and you're watching right now, give yourself a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe. Keep on following me. Go on, ask for an invite on Shockey in the Afternoon Facebook page. I will happy to read whatever it is and respond again. Thank you so much. Have a good night.